This is Dan from And Brand. I just got a little bit of advice for people starting up new businesses about the importance of your first clients. One of the things I learned the hard way was just how important selecting and working with the first batch of clients is, because it starts to shape the personality and the sort of future of your organization. A bit like going out with a girlfriend or boyfriend. They start to mold you in a certain way and it will adjust how you turn out in the future. One of the things that I sort of really noticed was that the clients that we were working with had a massive impact on who we could attract, but also just like on a practical level, how the sort of work we were doing and stuff like that. So I've got 5 little pointers that I thought that might be quite useful. First thing is the importance of saying no. I think it's a word that we much underuse. And it's really easy because when you start off a business, you start to think, oh, I need work, and you start to pull in work. As I'm quite excited about starting stuff, and the project turns into a bit of mush and not really enjoying it like you thought. But it's very tempting when you start a business to take any project you can, rather than be really picky and focus on trying to get the right work for you. You're much better off saying no to something you know is not right, and then working on getting something in that is. So although it feels like it at the time, it feels going to feel difficult for you to say no to things, it's really important for you to focus on that. And the way you select people, the second point is, if you've got your values right within your business, you can actually select clients who match your values. So they've usually got shared goals and shared values in how they like to work. And you'll find that those sort of clients are going to work much better with you, and they're going to feel right to work with. You'll get a better outcome because your values are connected, and therefore you're sort of working together to achieve the same goals. If you work with people whose values are different to yours, you'll find that there's constant clashes. You'll disagree on things like, basic stuff on budgets and stuff like that, but you'll always start to have this sort of friction that will make the relationship quite tricky. You'll find that the project's not very enjoyable, and they're not going to enjoy it either, so they're not going to come back, they're probably not going to recommend you. So you'll end up sort of having this sort of bit of an awkward relationship. The third thing really is to sort of think about how important the quality of your work is and the quality of your clients. If you're thinking about working with somebody, you're going to look at the work that they've done before and who they've done it for. If you start to pick any sort of random client just to get money through the door, you're going to find that you're not going to start to attract bigger and bigger clients. I've always thought of my business as sort of gradually leveling up. So you'll start off with a small but right client for the right budget, and then you'll use that client to win the next client and so on. You're always constantly leveling up. So think about who's going to really impress, or if it's a project that you can impress. We use a scorecard system within our business, which I'll share. And what we do is we mark every project that comes in. Is it going to be creatively satisfying? Have they got the money to pay us? And we do this sort of series of checks, but a lot of it's about how much we're going to enjoy working on the project and how much information that they're giving us, so that we're clear on the fact that we can deliver it properly. The fourth thing, but based on that, is when you're starting off a business, a lot of your work's going to come through recommendation. If you bring in great clients, they're very likely to recommend you to good people. I mean, I know that's pretty obvious, but it's really easy to forget that you sort of end up sort of being pulled down this path. If you've got the right clients, you're going to get pulled down the right path. And if you've got the wrong clients, you're going to start working with clients like them. The recommendations that you're going to get in is going to sort of breed more recommendations of the same type. So you're going to start getting pulled in a direction you don't really want to take the business. I know from experience, we ended up being pigeonholed as a shopping centre branding agency because we were doing 2 projects. We did Cabot Circus and Queensgate and High Cross Quarter in Leicester for Jones Lang LaSalle. We got known as the shopping centre guys. And it just pained me because it wasn't the sort of work we wanted to do. We wanted to do album sleeves and things like that. So we needed to find our feet again and start again from scratch. So you can get pulled quite rapidly down the wrong path if you're not careful. The last point is about recommendations sort of leading to more work. Some people get worried that these recommendations are going to turn you into a pigeonholed project, like we were. Now, the problem we had is that we got pigeonholed in the wrong way. Had we picked the right clients and the right projects, we'd have been pigeonholed the right way. So pigeonholing, don't be scared of it as long as you've got the right path. It should be projects that you love doing, because honestly, the biggest transformation for my business was being a specialist in what we do. Being a specialist means that you can charge more. It means that you're going to attract the same sort of customers. It's not going to be such a difficult battle to get them through the door either. They'll have come to you because you're a specialist. you're going to blow your competitors out of the water because you're such a specialist in this sector. So don't worry about getting pigeonholed as long as it's something that you're passionate about. So hopefully those 5 points are useful. It's just, I really want you to think about making sure that the clients that you bring are right for you, because honestly, it's so easy to walk down this path of starting a new business and suddenly falling out of love with your business. Well, over time, obviously, but you fall out of love with your business because it's not doing what you wanted it to do. But if you make the right decisions now, it's gonna help you build the business that you want it to be in the future.